Did you guys see what Enzo Maresca said about Robert Sanchez in his press conference? So Enzo started off saying, I fully trust Robert Sanchez. How many times has Caicedo missed a pass? Many times. How many times has Nico missed a goal? Many times. How many times has Noni missed a cross? Many times. Robert has made 4 mistakes. Now, we already spoke about Robert's mistakes in my previous video, okay? It took Kepa 124 games to make 4 mistakes. It's only taken him 20 this season. I mean, I'm just... You see, I trust my son, but I don't trust him to drive a car. Why? Because he hasn't got the ability. The problem with Robert Sanchez is how many times he makes a mistake which leads to goals. And off the top of my head, without doing a much in-depth research, I can count possibly two mistakes which have led to goals. We're not asking for a perfect goalkeeper, but we're asking for a goalkeeper to make less mistakes that lead to goals. Now let's continue, because Enzo Maresca, he doubled down on obviously his decision making. He says João Felix is a Chelsea player, top player. We all know that, he knows that. That's fantastic. He said the problem with João and Chris Nkunku is the manager, talking about himself here, plays most of the games with one attacking midfielder, which is Palmer. They struggle to get minutes, not for any different reasons. They are top players. I'm sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, yes, João Felix plays as a 10, but he's very, very competent enough to play as a 9. So if Jackson isn't doing it, why not give him a run out in the 9? If you know he's a top player, you did it to Nkunku, why isn't João Felix playing as a 9? But it gets even worse, because Enzo Maresca is talking about his midfield situation. He says the intention is not to call Santos or Choco. I'm not going to pronounce his name because you guys are going to cook me. But he said, we've got enough midfielders to cover Moises Caicedo, yes. Enzo Fernandez, yes. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. Is this the same Kieran Dewsbury-Hall that couldn't dominate during the Wolves game? I would like to just, I would say, not to recall them because you're going to hinder their development, but you can't use Kieran Dewsbury-Hall in the same breath as these two because he's not good enough. Yes, we know Romeo's injured, but Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, please go out on loan because, respectfully, bro, you're not good enough. And call me crazy because I know you guys are going to go mad in the comments because a few of my close Chelsea friends have been like, what? But I'll take Garnacho. For 2 reasons. One, I want Man United to get upset. But if you saw him play yesterday, I'm like, this guy's got something about him. This guy's got something about him. Now we know that we're probably looking at Garnacho because we want to appease Enzo, because Enzo's going for a bit of personal problems, you know. Him and his wife split up. So he needs a friend. He needs someone to confide in work and probably outside of work. Who better than Garnacho? And if he's available, I will take him. I trust Enzo in terms of his coaching decisions, in terms of how he coaches his players, but in terms of decision making when the pressure's on and realizing that you've got a rock amongst diamonds, I don't trust Enzo Maresca in that respect. But getting the best out of certain outfield players,